Hi, Brie. It's good to see you. How are you doing?
Oh, everything's good. How are you?
Well, I made the mistake of adding up how much money I've spent buying books online since the middle of March. I am definitely going to have to start reading more ebooks from the library.
Abby, I wonder if I could ask you a favor.
Oh, sure. What is it?
I've got this urge to bake cookies, but I don't have all the ingredients. Do you have any sugar at your house?
Yeah, but what good is
Could you
that?
fetch some for me? I need 3/4 of a cup. Could you just measure it out and bring it back to your computer?
Are you making virtual cookies?
No, I got chocolate chips.
And you want me to bring a cup of sugar into my den?
3/4 of a cup. Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Hi! Hi, Brie. Where's Abby? It looks like she's logged on.
Oh, I asked her to fetch something for me. Celeste, do you have any eggs at your house? My last delivery didn't have any. They were out.
How many do you need?
2.
How do you want me to get them to you?
Oh, just fetch them and bring them back with you. Oh, and could you maybe break them into a bowl for me, too?
You want me to break them into a bowl?
It's no trouble.
No, that's fine. So, how are you feeling these days, Brie?
I've got this urge to make cookies. I want to do some baking, but I don't have any sugar or eggs.
Oh. Are they for a particular occasion?
No, just the munchies.
Yeah. I have been eating way too much these days. Did you say sugar as well?
Oh, Abby's getting the sugar. Thanks.
Hey,
Oh.
Celeste.
Hey, Abby. Excuse me just a minute, will you?
Thanks for the sugar, Abby. I appreciate it. How's work going?
Better. My boss is finally catching on to how to run a meeting remotely, so we're wasting less time. What about your job?
Still on furlough. At least until the end of July, they say.
But you are getting unemployment.
Yes.
Does it cover your expenses?
Oh, if I'm careful.
One of the yolks broke. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine.
So, it's been a while. Are the two of you still finding all this as stressful as I am?
I'm making adjustments. I think I'm minding it less now than I did at the beginning, but even with the easing restrictions, Drake and I are being pretty careful. I'm still taking my mother to her doctor's appointments, so the last thing I want to do is make her sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brie, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm having a little trouble keeping things organized, but I keep telling myself I need to let go of my need for structure.
I keep reading all of these things on the internet about how this is an opportunity for us to all go deeper and examine our lives and our attitudes.
Yeah. Any glance at the news tells us how we all need to examine our attitudes.
Oh, absolutely.
You said it. I have been reposting a lot of stuff on social media.
Me too. And I've been reading up on a lot of things. But doesn't it seem like we're living our entire lives on the internet these days?
I love all the things I'm discovering about the internet.
There are many wonderful resources.
We haven't begun to discover what the internet is capable of.
Well, I'm just guilty of sometimes using the internet as a source of shallow entertainment.
We all are.
Oh, I was trying on shoes this morning. How silly is that? I live alone and I'm not working. But I was using my stimulus check to help stimulate the economy.
So, did you order them from one of those places that lets you return the ones you don't like?
Oh, no. I only ordered the 2 pairs I liked best.
Then how did you try them on?
Online.
Oh, like it was a style you bought before?
Because that wouldn't really be trying them on.
Like I said, we're only scratching the surface where the internet is concerned. I found out all kinds of things I can do.
Like trying on shoes?
You know, Brie, I wonder if it wouldn't be good for you to get outside, get some fresh air. Do you want to take a walk with me sometime? How about tomorrow? I mean, not on one of those more crowded trails, maybe, but...
Thanks, Celeste, but I took a hike yesterday. I went down into Haleakala and got a bit sunburned, too. Should have put on more sunscreen before I left.
Haleakala?
Mm-hmm.
You mean on Maui?
Yes.
You were in Hawaii yesterday.
No, I was online.
Oh, like you did one of those virtual tours.
I hiked. I took one of the trails down into the crater. Oh, and I did another fun thing yesterday. I went to the National Cathedral and played the organ.
The National...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I get it. You're joking. Oh my God, you really had us going there for a minute, Brie.
Stop joking. You have such a poker face. And it's harder to read visual cues on screen, don't you think?
Oh, sure, Celeste. Blame the screen. Oh, how's that cookie batter coming?
The cookie batter! Oh my gosh. Brie, you are such a card. I can't believe it took us this long to catch on. Oh my gosh. I was even starting to get worried that you've been like locked up alone too long or something.
Oh, Celeste, you were worried.
There's nothing to worry about, Celeste. But I'm not joking. And wow, the acoustics in the cathedral are phenomenal.
Brie, you have to be joking.
I'm not.
Brie, the National Cathedral is in Washington, D.C.
Yes, I know that.
And you're in Colorado.
Yes.
You haven't been to Washington.
No.
And the cathedral hasn't come to Colorado.
Of course not.
So it's impossible.
Well, I don't know if I would say it's impossible to move the cathedral, but it would be difficult and expensive and time-consuming, not to mention completely unnecessary. The day I climbed to the top of the Eiffel Tower, nobody brought it from Paris to Colorado. Oh, would you like to see the pictures I took?
Brie, we need to talk.
This has gone on long enough, Brie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being a bore? I don't mean to be one of those people who goes on and on about herself.
No, of course you're not. Just tell us how you're feeling, Brie.
Well, I was hoping for some more sunshine. It was a bit overcast. But I'm happy with how the pictures turned out. I used a filter.
Brie, stop this.
Don't, Abby. We all have our coping mechanisms.
Thinking you're in Paris when you're not isn't a coping mechanism.
I told you I wasn't in Paris. I was on the internet.
Well, if you can't tell the difference between a virtual tour and actually being there, then
Abby, don't. We've all been stuck at home a really long time. I mean, some days I feel like I'm climbing the walls. And Brie lives alone. It must be that much harder for her. Brie, what can we do to help you?
the fact that she lives alone doesn't make it possible for her to climb to the top of the Eiffel Tower without being in Paris, or play the organ at the National Cathedral without being in Washington, D.C., or hike down into the crater at Haleakala without being on Maui. You need to face facts, Brie.
Of course, it won't bore us if you show us your pictures of Paris, Brie. We like spending time with you.
Don't humor her, Celeste. This is serious.
You guys, don't worry. I'm fine. The internet is wonderful. Really, it is.
And we think you're wonderful too, Brie. But we're worried.
No, really. There's nothing to worry about. I've got to put these cookies in the oven. Will you excuse me a minute?
Okay, if this were only a joke, she'd have fessed up by now.
She really thinks she's done all these things?
She must.
Well, she looked like she meant it, but this just isn't like her. She is so sensible, so grounded. You don't think it means...
What other explanation is there?
Oh, poor Brie.
Were there signs? Should we have seen this coming? Abby!
Well, we should have kept in touch more frequently.
Abby, what are we going to do? This is scary. She's never acted like this.
She must have snapped completely. It's like when they put people in solitary confinement and they start carrying on conversations with a spider or something.
My God, do you think we should call her parents?
Should we take her to the hospital?
Oh, God. Nothing that extreme, please. I couldn't bear it if she were committed.
They could help her.
Yeah, if she would see a therapist. Maybe we should stage some sort of intervention. Because the first step is to make her realize she needs help. I mean, this blithe unconcern of hers makes my blood run cold.
Okay, Celeste, calm down. Yeah, I'm as worried as you are, but we've got to think this through. Getting emotional isn't going to help. No, healthy escapism is one thing, but she's gone over the edge.
Here we are. Would you like one?
Oh! What? My Brie.
Would you like one, Celeste?
Oh, it's delicious.
You guys didn't plan this, did you?
Mm-mm.
Just to get a rise out of me?
I don't have an explanation, but we are not playing any kind of trick on you, Celeste.
The explanation is simple. It's the internet. Most people just haven't figured out all the things it can do yet. Have a cookie, Celeste. They're best when they're warm.
Okay, this is too weird.
I did put a little cardamom in them. Do you like them?
I mean, the cookie's delicious, but how am I eating this? Is this safe?
Well, they're not exactly a health food. I did put a stick and a half of butter in. But going through the internet doesn't do anything.
Okay, maybe I'm the one who's losing it.
It does take some getting used to. I was pretty surprised too at first. Sometime I'll show you some of the tricks I picked up. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was so late. I've got to go, you guys. Old Faithful erupts in about 5 minutes. I'll talk to you later.
Wait. Okay, I can touch it. I can taste it. I mean, it must be real. No, but that would mean that, Abby, I still can't believe this. What do we do?
Do? We should ask her for the recipe. That's what we should do. These cookies are amazing.